Gazillion's forced into bankruptcy, Ascent Infinite Realm isn't launching this year. All that and more, I'm Zach Sharps, and this is Free-to-Play Weekly. First up in the news this week, en masse entertainment's free-to-play action MMO Kritika Online will be getting a new update soon. Titled Chosen Path, the new update introduces the Monk class, as well as new pet features, more PvP options, and a new PvP map. The Monk is the game's 6th character class and brings a dark martial arts style to the game. Played a bit of Kritika myself recently and found it to be an alright game. Gets a bit grindy though as you level up, and seeing the same areas over and over again gets old. Do you play Kritika? Leave me a comment down below. Is it closing? Is it not? That's the question Tiger Knight Empire War fans were asking, as 3 weeks ago the makers of the Ancient Battle Simulator announced on Steam that the game would be shutting down. However, in order to save the game from the fate of closure, the game's 3 different servers merged into one. Also, NetDragon is fully taking control of the game, which means players will need to re-download and install. Tiger Knight fans escaped with their game still online this time, but unless something changes in the near future, I do expect to be discussing its obituary in the coming months. Speaking of obituaries, when Gazillion went under late last year, one reason given for why its employees didn't get their benefits was that the Marvel Heroes developer was facing bankruptcy claims. In this situation, this means creditors get paid first and the workers get what crumbs are left, if any. According to the folks at MMO Fallout and Reddit, court filings named 3 claimants to Gazillion's assets, totaling just under $700,000. What makes this whole situation even more messy is the case is listed as an involuntary bankruptcy, which is when the outside entities decide that the company isn't paying its creditors and forces said company into bankruptcy, rather than the company entering bankruptcy voluntarily, which is normally what happens in the United States. This case will go before a judge on February the 23rd, so we won't have to wait too much longer to see how this mess pans out. Kakao Games' steampunk fantasy MMORPG Ascent Infinite Realms might not be as close to launching as expected. The CEO of Kakao Games, Min Kim, stated in an interview with Games Industry that the game, quote, isn't expected to fully launch until 2019, end quote. Despite this, it's not unreasonable to expect some sort of English beta this year, but it's also not that unreasonable to think that they might just focus on the Korean version first and worry about us English plebs later. That said, it's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked if there's any original ideas left. A user by the name of You're Amazing stated the following: I think that original ideas do exist in gaming in every media, however those ideas are often too risky for investors and companies to make, so we often only see sequels and clones of things that are successful. Thanks for your guys' responses, and I believe as well that there is original ideas left. That said, if you wish for your comment to possibly be featured on next week's show, make sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is, are you hyped for Ascent Infinite Realms? Why or why not? Last up in the news this week, it seems WebZen isn't wasting any time making its recently announced browser-based Mew game, Mew Ignition, available for players. Right after a quick beta test, the game will be launching. Credit to the channel Knock and Media for their gameplay rolling in the background, since it seems the game is launching so fast that a full-length trailer is too much effort. You know what doesn't require much effort? Going to the giveaways page, of course. Yes, head on over there, bookmark the page, and check it daily to ensure you never miss one. As for myself, signing out until next week's show, my name is Zach Sharps, and I'll catch you guys next time.